Here's the thing, South Park fans. Uh, Throughout the years of me seeing some episodes of South Park, even during my childhood, the children in the show are pretty fucking awful as a whole. Some of them, like my favorite character, Kyle Broflovsky, as well as Stan Marsh. My other favorite character, Kenny McCormick. My other favorite character, Leopold Scotch, aka Butters, and Stan's on-again, off-again love interest, Wendy Testerberger, have redeeming qualities. However, one irredeemable monster child of them all is Eric Theodore Cartman. This kid would most likely screw over his so-called friends for a cheesy poof. Hi there, everybody. Keyway Mackay writer Nathan here, and today I will be discussing the top 10 things top 10 reasons why Eric Cartman from South Park should be expelled from South Park Elementary School. Starting with number 10. He gave laxative to the faculty. In the episode Bash to Mouth, after a student named Pete Melman soils himself at school, the school realizes that they cannot have another student committing suicide on their hands, so they make the very poor decision of turning to Cartman to fix the situation. But his idea is to make a girl soil herself, which leads to her attempting suicide. Cartman then hatches a scheme to make the entire student body soil them shit their pants. In danger of being exposed, the teachers tie up Cartman and hurl him under a school bus, which is taking the term throwing him under a bus a little too literally. Cartman survives, albeit with a broken arm and leg, and in anger he gives the staff cupcakes laced with powerful laxatives, as shown with what happened to poor Mr. Mackey. Number 9. He came to school dressed up as Hitler. In the season in one episode, Pink Eye, Cartman dresses up like Der Fuhrer or Adolf Hitler for Halloween. This is a really problematic student costume for someone to dress up as for Halloween, especially since Cartman is so openly anti-Semitic towards Kyle Broflovsky for being the only Jewish kid living in South Park. So for his punishment, Principal Victoria drags Cartman into her office to see an educational video about why it's wrong to dress up like Hitler and has him wear a ghost costume that she hastily made. However, that ghost costume was not an improvement, as it looked like a KKK robe. Number 8. He burned down the school. In the episode Butt Out, after seeing an anti-smoking play encouraging kids not to smoke, Cartman and his friends take up underage smoking as a means of avoiding becoming like the actors in the play. However, when they are about to be caught by Mr. Mackey, the boys hide their cigs in a dumpster, but due to the cigarettes not being put out properly, the dumpster catches fire and burns down the entire school. The boys' parents are called to the principal's office, where Cartman, Stan, Kenny, and Kyle aren't in trouble for burning down the school, but they are in trouble for something that's less of a big deal: underage smoking. Number 7. He faked being a transgender to use the bathroom. In the episode The Sissy, Cartman is pissed off because there was an occupied stall in the boys' bathroom. So he puts on a hairbone and pretends to be a transgender named Erica so he can use the girls' bathroom. Instead of a detention, suspension, or even an expulsion for his peeping Tom act, Cartman gets his own private bathroom in the janitor's closet.
Hey.
Yeah?
Can you keep it down?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm gonna just shut this door. You're fine.
Okay. Wendy retaliates by dressing up as a transgender boy named Wendell. And Cartman gets pissed by this and even calls Stan gay for dating Wendy. So the private bathroom is later changed into a sissy bathroom, but Stan was later forced to use later on in the episode. Number 6. He took a dump on his teacher's desk. In the episode Breast Cancer Show Ever, after making fun of Wendy's presentation on breast cancer, Wendy challenges Cartman to a fight after school. Cartman tries everything to get out of the fight because he doesn't like the idea of him being wailed on by a girl. With the time of the fight running out before the fight begins, Cartman climbs onto Mr. Garrison's desk, pulls down his pants, and takes the shit on Mr. Garrison. on his desk, resulting in Cartman getting an after-school detention. Number 5, he presented an inappropriate photo of Butters to his class. In the episode Cartman Sucks, Cartman took a photo of himself with Butters' penis in his mouth, believing that this made Butters gay. However, the others believe that this act made him gay instead. Afraid that Kyle possesses a copy of the photo and is going to show it to the school, Cartman shows the photo to his class, in front of his entire class in a PowerPoint presentation. Not only was the photograph obscene, but since it was also taken without Butters' consent, this also classifies as statutory rape. Number 4, he attempted to frame PC Principal. In the season 16 episode, Stunning Yet Brave, a new politically correct principal arrives in South Park Elementary School. As a result, Cartman decides to do the same thing that his hero Tom Brady did in Deflategate, and blackmails the new principal, threatening to frame him for raping Butters unless he apologizes for his harsh disciplinary action. However, Cartman inadvertently uses politically incorrect trigger words like capiche and spokesman, which triggers PC Principal to beat Cartman to a bloody pulp and send him to the emergency room in a fit of rage. Normally, PC Principal would be fired and arrested for assaulting his students, but what Cartman did basically counted as grounds for expulsion from the South Park School District. Number 3, he burned the preschool teacher. In the episode Preschool, the boys flash back to the time they were in preschool, where they ask the class delinquent Trent Boyette and help starting a real fire so they can play fireman by putting out a fire by pissing on it. However, the boys are unable to put out the fire, and their preschool teacher, Miss Claridge, is burnt so freakishly horribly that she becomes physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially impaired, and Trent gets... The boys pin their actions all on Trent, and as a result, Trent gets sent to juvenile detention center for what the boys did. Number 2, he purposely infected Kyle with HIV. In the episode Tonsil Trouble, following a botched tonsillectomy, Cartman ends up contracting HIV as a result, and Kyle gets word of this and starts laughing his butt off, because he feels that as if Cartman has actually gotten his just punishment for all the horrible things he's done to him and the others over the years. Cartman retaliates by breaking into Kyle's room, drawing out some of his own blood with a syringe, and then puts it in Kyle's mouth, infecting him with HIV. When Kyle finds out, he is pretty damn pissed off and beats the crap out of Cartman, even going as far as to smash Cartman's stuff and threatens to destroy Cartman's Xbox 360. Number 1, he went too far with his revenge on Scott Tenorman. In Scott Tenorman Must Die, Cartman had been pranked one too many times by the high schooler Scott Tenorman, and he plots up something diabolical. So he comes up with a chili con carnival and has Scott bring over a bottle of chili. However, Cartman unveils his most diabolical plot that brands him as an irredeemable monster in human clothing. And that plan is, he had Scott's parents murdered by Old Man Jenkins, and then he just absconded with the corpses and carved them up to make chili. Scott bursts into tears, realizing that he is now orphaned because of Cartman, and even Scott's favorite rock band Radiohead make fun of Scott. This may not have been committed on school grounds, but it's also the main reason why Cartman should not be around these kids anymore and should be expelled and sent to juvenile detention center. Next time I'll be discussing top 10 reasons why Homer Simpson from The Simpsons should be put in jail. This is Key Later Kind Writer Nathan signing off. See ya.